Drug overdose deaths skyrocketed in Ohio last year. That's according to new numbers released by the State Department of Health today. 2,482 people died from overdoses in 2014, an 18% jump from the year before. Almost half of those were related to heroin, a nearly 20% increase from 2013. The painkiller fentanyl, which is often combined with heroin, accounted for 502 overdose deaths, up from just 82 in 2013.
Those numbers certainly hard to comprehend until you see the faces of those grieving for those overdose victims. NBC4's Dan Perlman spoke with a local mother who lost her daughter to heroin. Dan?
Well, Cabot, I want you to look at it this way. For every person included in these numbers, there is likely at least one person grieving their loss. You do the math, and there are thousands of people praying these deaths decline.
It's an inconsolable pain that you live with every day.
It was almost 4 years ago.
She had a smile that lit up the room.
Heidi Riggs' daughter, Marin, 20 years old, died a heroin overdose inside her parents' rented apartment. That was 2012. Here in 2015, we learned last year's stats. According to the state, the number of overdose deaths like Marin's across Ohio sits at an all-time high.
There's many families in those numbers that I have spent time with and hours with, and mothers that are grieving, and every time I read that or I hear that someone's passed away, it's like I'm reliving it all over again.
Heidi shares her story as much as possible, but tonight she listened. She's part of the Upper Arlington Stand Project, a growing group addressing heroin use in their own backyard. Sarah Nerad addressed the crowd and shared her thoughts on curing the epidemic.
I think it starts at the individual level by, talking to other people about what's going on, share resources, be open about your own recovery.
Now, back over to Heidi. She's a mother who tells me addiction is a disease that doctors and insurance companies must treat like any other disease.
I believe we're always going to have drugs, but this is something that we've never seen, at least in my lifetime.
Heidi is a mother hoping her story will save at least one life every time she shares it. And Heidi, alongside the Ohio Attorney General's office, made a pretty powerful video sharing Marin's story. It has millions of views online. I posted it to our website on NBC4i.com. Live in the studio, Dan Perlman, NBC4.